In this lesson, we're going to talk about all the chords and notes that belong in the key of C. So the key of C has 7 notes in it, and because of that, it has 7 chords. The key of C is pretty straightforward, especially on the piano. If you've ever seen a piano with the white keys and all the black keys, all the white keys are just straight up notes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G over and over and over again. And we only go up to G in music. So there's no H, I, J. There's just A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The black keys on a piano are sharp or flat notes. And we'll get into what those are at another time. Those black keys can be like C sharp, E flat, A sharp, and so on. In the key of C, there are no sharps or flats. So the reason why I use the piano as an example is it's really easy to see if there's no sharps or flats in the key of C, then all the white keys are in the key of C. It's super straightforward. It's like, yeah, all the white keys, key of C. The other keys might have a sharp or a flat in it, or multiple sharps or flats. On the guitar, you can't really see as straightforward as the piano which notes are sharps or flats, but we'll get to that. So when you're talking about the notes in a key, you start with the name of the key, okay? So the first note in the key of C is C. And then we go up like in the alphabet, C, D, E, F, G. Once we get to G, there's A, B, C. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But when we get to that other C, that's just starting it all over again because there's only 7 notes. That being said, each chord roots on a note of the scale. So we will have 7 chords in the key of C. You've learned 4 of them so far. And the ones that you've learned are like the main chords of the key. They're the ones that are used the most often and are in the most common chord progressions in popular music. The first chord in the key of C is C major. We don't have to say major when it's a C. Major is assumed when we say C. So I'll just say C from now on, and for all the major chords, I will just say the name of the chord. But just so you know, major is usually assumed when it's not said. The chords from any major key will always have this pattern with it. So we have 7 notes, 7 chords. The first chord is the main chord. The first major chord, it is the name of the key, and the first note is C. So in the key of C, the first chord is C. The second and third chords in a major key are both minor. Then we get into the 4th and 5th. They're major chords, and then the 6th is a minor, and the 7th chord is a diminished chord, and that's the pattern. So we have major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. So putting all that together, all 7 chords in the key of C. The first one is C. Then we have D minor, E minor, because both of the second and third chords in a major key are minor. Then we have F and G, and then an A minor because the 6th chord is a minor as well, and then the 7th chord is B diminished, as it's a diminished chord. Knowing what number each chord is in a key can help you too with something like the Nashville number system. If you haven't heard of the Nashville number system, I used to live in Nashville, and it's really cool because if you get up on stage with a band, which I've done many times, and you've never played with this band before, you might never have played the song before, and you can get up on stage with the Nashville number system. If they're shouting out numbers to you and you know the key of the song, like let's say, hey, this song's in the key of C, and they're shouting out numbers or using their fingers to tell you what number the chord is, you could play along with them because you know, oh wait, they have a 1 up. Okay, well that's C in the key of C. That's the first chord. Oh, now they're saying 6. Okay, well, A minor. That's the 6th chord in the key of C. So if you memorize what number each chord is in each key that you learn, you can do something like that where you can join people not knowing a song and play together like you've always been playing together. So as we learn each key, it is key to memorize the numbers of each chord, especially if you want to get into playing music professionally and playing with bands and being able to freestyle like that. Let's talk about popular chord progressions in the key of C that you might find. So we have the 1, 4, 5, as you can see, or C, F, G, which is the 1, 4, 5. So you might see C, F, G over and over again, or different versions of that. Also, we have the 1, 4, 1, 5, C, F, C, G, or the 1, 5, 6, 4, C, G, A minor, F, or the 1, 2, 4, 5, C, D minor, F, G. And the reason why these are popular chord progressions is because they sound great together. If you strum these next to each other and kind of hear how they sound, one chord going into the next, it sounds good. And a lot of popular music has chord progressions like this or similar to this. So you can play around with those and see how they sound and know that those chords are all in the key of C. Like I said, knowing these things will help you if you ever want to play with a band later or play with other musicians, singers even. It's also good to know these in general because, yeah, we can learn how to play songs. It's nice also to understand the why behind it, especially if you want to get into writing or figuring out how to play a song yourself just by listening to it. We will be doing more theory breaks like this throughout the course. This is just a nice introduction that we will add to as we go. If you have any questions, bring it to the community. Let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have because I know this subject can be a lot at first, like, whoa, keys and all that. And I want you not just to play music, but to understand music, because understanding makes it even more fun and you have the ability then to do more things and you'll understand that more as we go. If you can memorize the names of the chords that are in the key of C and what number, like if I tell you, hey, what's the fourth? What's the fourth chord in the key of C? You'll know it. It's F, you know? That is something that is very beneficial to know. So through this video, if you can memorize that, that will elevate your guitar playing and music knowledge a lot.